to fans pouring on the fields. Just what were you seeing? What were you hearing right after the win?
Yeah, just a great way to end the season in Kenan. Shout out to the fans. They were huge. They're staying the whole game. Huge in overtime, making noise down there. I think it was only right that they didn't down there in the student section, and the defense getting stopped in a big 2-point play. What a game! What an ending! And just shout out to the guys for never quitting, and just a great way, like I said, ending Kenan on senior night.
Drake, what you see on that Bryson Nesbit catch late in regulation, caught it with the DPI. Just what was your perspective?
Yeah, what a catch. He's playing through injuries. He gets banged up. Made another big slant catch on the 2-minute drill to get his field goal. And Bryson's just a ball player. He always tells me just put it up, he'll go get it. And he's proven that time and time again. That catch to get us down there on the tuggle, the kind of the fist fight for the ball. I think he caught it, and the DB always tries to come late. They always think they got it. And, like I said, Bryson's the ball player. He goes up and gets. He's a mismatch nightmare, and he's got a bright future.
When you got that one good, Jake, did you the one where they were hand fighting for it?
Yeah.
Did you think that was going to get picked?
No, I should have put some more on it, but anytime 18's got a good chance of putting it high, I think he's got I like my chances with Bryson coming down with it. Like I said, I should have drove it a little more. If I left it kind of on the outside of him, tried to. It was a similar play like that actually. I don't know if it was against Georgia Tech or last year or something, similar play where Bryson made a catch like that, and he just made time and time again he's making catches, at the crucial moments, and he's got that close game.
And on the conversion, I think you guys had 3 guys to the right. They only had 2 over there.
Yeah.
Was that the original read to try to read it?
Yeah.
Over there?
That's a tough look. I think number 2, he was looking at me. I think he was going to try to, jump it. But at the end of the day, we got a lot of options in that play. I'm not trying to, spill our secrets, but it's a heads-up play by John Cope, and just playing football, and that's just some backyard again.
Were you going to try to go to the end zone, or saw him at the last minute?
Yeah. Exactly. Trying to keep my head up. I feel like it's one of the best attributes. Never kind of put my head down and just taking a sack and taking a tackle. Try to keep my head up and throw it when I'm getting tackled. Try to do the same thing to Mario when I pitch it back. Just try to get extra yards and try not to have negative plays.
Drake, after the losses this year, you've been kind of hard on yourself for not being able to deliver that late game drive. Tonight, when you get 2 of those, the one to take the touchdown in the regulation and field goal, guess how rewarding is it? What were kind of your emotions going through when you look back?
Yeah, just a great feeling in the locker room. I was just telling the radio crew in there, it felt a little bit easier. Need to get 3 points. This time, I feel like we're always trying to get 7, and that's tough. The defense is playing back, and depending on the defense, they rush 3, and you got 8 guys sitting back there, but. I feel like we're surgical, and the offensive line, credit to those guys. I think we had to have those plays, offensively, and those guys, blocked their butts off. A lot of them are seniors, and like I said, Noah Burnett, how about him? Player of the game, in my opinion. Clutch, and try to write him off, and Noah just kept delivering, and he deserves a lot of credit, and I know he got a lot of setback and beat up for the state last year, but I think we hoist him around the campus for this next week because he deserves it.
Hey, Drake, good morning again. Martin's huge again. You guys used him in a couple of different ways.
Yeah, he catches it great.
Passes, a little lob that you had.
Yeah, just a couple screens, a couple on the flat. Omarion, he catches it great. I think he plucks it. One of the best running backs I've seen catch it since in my time playing football. That first overtime, I pulled it, and he had a walking touchdown. Trying to do too much. We would have won the game earlier, and Nate missed Nate in the next play. So, Big O is just, he doesn't say much, but when he does, it makes me laugh. And I love that guy. And right at 28, I think he's the best back in the country. He's starting to get a little wiggle to him too, and he's just, I should see him in the weight room back here. It's unbelievable.
Is he getting better each week?
Yeah, this is vision. The main thing last year, I think, is his vision. I think sometimes he ran with his head down. The guy's low. I think the big thing, he's shedding more tackles because they've got to hit him low because he's so big. And he's doing a better job of vision and seeing that. And he just keeps proving. How much did he run for tonight? I'm not sure. 170. I mean, got late. This Duke defense is good. They're good up front. Y'all saw a couple times with D-linemen slow moving our guys. Can get on the line for that. That's just good ball. They're good up front. And number 90 is a great player. 5's good. So, credit to Big O and those guys up front.
Drake.
Deserves.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Nick.
On Noah's field goal at the end of regulation, were you able to bring yourself to watch, or were you just...
Yeah, trust in him. I think it's kind of like a pitcher with no hitter. Don't try to go up and say something to him. Just kind of be quiet, let him do his thing. That's what he does for a living. He does that and practices it all day. So no offense to kickers, but that's kind of what you expect, and that's all they do, all day. And it's easy to say, with that much pressure on the line. But he stepped up. I need to, go by and dinner this week or something because I think he needs to, go have a good night. What he needs. So.
Drake, it was another double-digit lead that you weren't able to hold on to in the fourth quarter. Was there a moment where you thought that all those field goals you had to settle for in the red zone were going to come back to haunt you?
Oh yeah, we knew that. I think in the first half, it's crucial. We're getting down there and moving the ball so well. I'm 6'5". I've been eating a lot late, probably 2:30 now, so I'm not getting up 2 QB sneaks. That's just quite honestly just piss poor. And I credit myself on being able to get a yard, and credit those guys up front. Credit Duke, well coached, fake punt, onside kick.
Right.
Obviously they're scheming us up a little bit and doing some extra, whether it's film watch or in-game adjustments. And I think just like I said, we bounced back and took all the negatives and came up with the positive.
Drake, what has Tez Walker done for your basketball?
Golly, Tez, we got some option route stuff, and he just keeps on running by him. He was mad at me a couple times that I underthrown him. I get it out earlier. It's just the thing that I've always, my dad always had to give him a chance, and the coaches always say give him a chance. So, sometimes the best play in football is underthrown deep ball. But at the end of the day, he's running, so I'm just gonna start dropping back and watching, throw it as far as I can. I think that last one was better timing. Could have hit him in stride, but at the end of the day, he's running by people and he wants the ball. He cares so much, and just glad I'm in the Carolina Blue.
Drake, you made it clear this week that you haven't made a firm decision on what your future is going to be after this year. But if this game does serve as a bookend for your career at Keenan, just with it being a rivalry game and the antics of the storm field and just all of it, I guess how would this kind of serve as a fitting end for you?
Yeah, just a fairy tale ending, and I'm glad it ended this way. Would have been heartbroken if it went the other way. And like I said, no better way, against a rival, with the fans storming the field, with the senior night, just a lot of emotions. And just glad, I think this is why I came here, Carolina for, playing these big time games, and try to do my best to help us win. And, just a dream come true playing quarterback here.
Drake, did you take like the Noah last year, the Kansas State game, Oregon game, he had those misses.
Yeah.
Brian Coe comes in, Noah ends up getting the job because Brian got hurt, and he's missed one kick in the regular season. Tonight he goes 6. So, that's got to be a remarkable story for you guys, seeing that play out right in front of you on the field.
Yeah, Noah Burnett, he's a kid from, local kid from Raleigh. Come here as a walk-on. He's worked his butt off. Like I said, brought Ryan in, brought Cole in to, compete with him to be the job. He's continued to work, put his head down, and just goes to show, guys like that, are crucial and huge for our football team. And just credit for him for, sticking with it and being used. And I think, even the kickers, a lot of slinging, and he had to do kickoff guy a little bit too. So he's just a Swiss Army knife, and I think he made how many tonight? 5 or 6. So like I said, we're gonna hoist them and fan crowd around the stadium today. That's what we needed to do.
Did you allow yourself to take any time out there to soak it in, or the emotions of it, if it does end up being your last game out there?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I think on the podium with the ACC crew, with all the fans chant one more year. That stuff's just awesome. I think just soaking that in and seeing how many of the fans, just care for North Carolina kid. I grew up coming to Keenan. Grew up as a fan, and like I said, just fairy tale ending, and you couldn't write it better.
What'd you do when they were storming the field?
Yeah, I was just trying to get out of there. A lot of people coming up to me. I was slapping some hands, but just trying to get out. I didn't know what to do. My first kind of experience, I think, my freshman year, they did it when we beat Wake, but like I said, I was a nobody. I was with my brother. So other than that, just trying to get out of there and not have anybody grab my hand, or the last thing you do is get bombarded and something happens. So.
Drake, your brothers that went to schools here have all been a part of some great Duke versus North Carolina matchups in their respective sports.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like the moment for you personally getting that win.
Yeah, I think I'll still take the last year, the game winning touchdown over that. But I was talking about earlier this week with the guys. I think Luke, what Luke did in his senior matchup, at Cameron, I think he went from 30 to 15. I don't think I can compete with that. I went 2-0 against Duke, so maybe I have that on him. I know he had a couple of tough losses to Duke. But I think Luke sent the up beast with 30 points and 15. I think he clamped Zion broke his shoe.
Quick last one.
Last one, show.
Sorry, I told Adam I would ask this on his behalf, but yes.
Listen up.
Golly.
Had another hurdle moment tonight. Did you get
For
any
sure.
flack from two
Yeah, I got a
stretches?
little, what do they call it, horseshoe or something? What's it called?
Charlie?
Yeah, Charlie horse. But hey, I told myself last year I had the exact same play. I think it was number 2 as well. That same kid in the left corner of the end zone. I think it was at the 2-minute drill at the end of the half, and I ran out of bounds. I told the quarterback's in the locker room, I said I'm feeling a hurdle today, and I tried to do it. I think he barely got me. I almost had him, but I think there's a pretty sweet photo y'all posted. But at the end of the day, just competitive. Touchdowns right there. Try to make a highlight play. Got used to those falls. I feel like my body's adjusted to kind of falling like that. So I'm just glad we ended up scoring the drive.
What did you tell them? What did you tell them that you felt like there would be?
Yeah, just kind of feeling a hurdle today. It's kind of one of those feelings where I got some smaller DBs, kind of go up and make something happen. So make something shake. Appreciate y'all. Go ahead.
Go jump over the catch before the touchdown, going in traffic. What happened on that play? It's still hard to see from the replay.
Yeah, it was a screen call that we've called, I think, 3 or 4 times. We kind of just needed a first down, so we called the fake of that conversion. I thought I came up there, made the catch, came down, and then kind of had a little tank with the ball after.
You feel like you had it all the way?
Bryson, through some of the losses this year, Drake's kind of been hard on himself for not being able to deliver those late game drives. When you guys do that on 2 separate occasions, did you sense a confidence and calmness with him throughout those drives? I guess kind of take me through his demeanor when you guys are trying to get downfield.
Yeah, Drake's always going to be the hardest person on himself. I think that rubs off onto all of us. And, with those last 2 games, he hasn't been able to finish the way he wanted to. I think this was a real good game to show that he could do it.
Bryson, how would you describe the scene out there after the game? Obviously, the field storming, everything else. Just how would you kind of describe that?
Yeah, it was crazy. Last time stormed the field here, I think it was Wake Forest. I think that was my freshman year, so definitely cool experience to see it happen again.
How does that compare at all to the Wake Forest one? Like, was there anything that stood out?
I would say this one was definitely a lot more energetic. People were running around and dancing, saw some people crying, so good atmosphere.
And kind of building off that atmosphere, what does it mean to have that come, in a rivalry matchup on senior night? What does that add to?
Yeah, for sure. Big rival game, senior night, emotions are flying, so I think that's a real big thing to do with it.
Bryson, after Duke's touchdown, 41 seconds left, Mac Brown is in here saying that it's really hard to stay positive in moments like that. When you're on the sideline, who were some of the guys that were stepping up and keeping the team positive to play this last 41 seconds now?
Yeah, Drake, Corey Gaynor, just to name 2. As an offense, I felt that as soon as we scored the last touchdown, we were all prepared for 1-2 more drives, whatever it took. So we were.
Is it come to a point where when you need Drake to do something with you guys, that he's going to do whatever he has to do? It's just almost, you expect it.
Yeah, it's almost natural with Drake to make big plays, and that rubs off on all of us as well. So just gotta keep making plays and keep making those plays.
I'm not sure if you were on the field, but did you see him go airborne?
I was not on the field, but yes, I did see him clear the guy.
He wasn't supposed to do that anymore, but he
No, he's working on it. We gotta make a play.
He told us that he said before the game, he told the guys that he felt like there was a lead to him.
He didn't tell me that, but I can believe it.
Did you hear him chanting 1 more year for Drake, Bryson?
I did not hear that. No.
Do y'all get it with any of that?
No.
Y'all to stick around, that type of thing?
There's small stuff, but we're all focused on winning the rest of this year, and we can worry about all that later.
Just could you speak on Burnett's performance and the impact on the game tonight?
Yeah, perfect game from him. I think we were 6 for 6 field goals. So great job by him.
What was your reaction to, that last field goal in regulation?
Yeah, a lot of it had a lot of confidence in him to make it. He's made that kick all the time in practice, so you practice what you play.
Pretty cool that a year ago, when he missed against State and he missed against Oregon, and he's missed 1 kick this year. And tonight, you guys probably need some more touchdowns early. He hasn't kicked field goals 6 for 6.
Yeah, I think he took those misses personal. He's put in the hard work. Continuous reps to improve. So good on him.
How about the touchdown catch that it looked like a perfect throw, you got interfered with, and still were coming down?
Yeah, perfect ball from Drake. I think he had either cover 1 or cover 0, some man all across the board, and he just put it up top, and I was able to make a play on it.
Bryson, as that pass is coming towards you, looked like the DB had his arms like completely around you, like hugging you almost. I mean, is that what happened? And like, how were you able to sort of get rid of it?
Yeah, I mean, there's a little hand fighting going on from both sides. Some little shoving, pushing, and all that. I just knew that I had to get my hands on the ball first, and I was able to do that.
He was calling for the offensive pass.
He was, but we got the defensive side.
You guys good? In that first half, I think there was that illegal sub play or whatever. Was that just like a communication kind of thing?
Just communication error. I got to do better, so I'm there.
Right. Thanks, Bryson.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. We go see.
After that, way knowing that you would have to make a play that the game later on.
I mean, believe it or not, it wasn't that hard not to stay positive, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like for us, we just knew that for one, 41 seconds with our offense, that's a lot of time. So I feel like we had a lot of confidence in our offense to drive the field, to score, or at least make a field goal, which we did. But situations like that, man, you just got to be ready for sudden change like that. We did very well all of it to that point, and so it wasn't that hard. Even though all that happened, it wasn't that hard to not be positive later on. And so I think I worded that wrong, but I'm sorry. But so yeah, I feel like for us it was just us like understanding, like, listen, understand this is a negative, but we can turn this into a positive. Let our offense drive down the field, make a play, and so that kind of he was already locked in, ready for the next thing.
What happened? No wedding that it ended with you guys making a stop after that.
Say it again. I'm sorry.
Feel like it's no wedding that it ended with you guys making a stop.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
So what happened in the fourth quarter with you guys offensively? And compare what happened the last couple of ACC games when there were some tough fourth quarter you guys didn't win. You were still able to find a way to win this game while having a tough time in the fourth quarter.
I feel like with us it was just we made adjustments while being in the fourth quarter. Like we had adjustments coming out of the half, and it was like there were some things that were working, some things that were not. And just us keeping constant communication, not only with us amongst the players, but with the coaches as well. It's like, hey, we might need to do A, B, C, D. And with our coaches, man, they're very understanding. They'll listen to us and just understand, like, hey, we may need to do this differently or this differently. So I feel like we made the right adjustments in the fourth quarter. There were some things that we got some leaky yardage on some of these things. And I mean, like, everything, it ain't going to be ran perfectly. So, we'll definitely watch that on film later on. But like I said, we just made adjustments and it handled a little bit of our situations when it wasn't looking that good. And then we made adjustments and then it started looking positive for us.
Late in the game, I forget if it was regulation or overtime, but Cedric Gray, he was over on the sideline really like yelling at you guys, like getting on you guys. Do you remember kind of what he was saying and how did that amp you guys up?
Sam's just an emotional leader, man. When I know from afar, it may look like he's getting on to people or he's yelling at people, but Sam, he's just one of those guys, man. He's just as passionate, just as everybody else, but he's just more vocal with it. He was just basically telling us, like, man, listen, just because this happened, we still got to pick it up. We still got to be confident. We got to still make a play. We still got a chance to stop to win this game and stuff like that. So he was just basically vocalizing what everybody else was thinking. And he was just trying to get our heads up and get us back on track.
Take me through the emotions of that 2-point conversion. Just, when you see it's failed, just see this conversion, just kind of what's going through your head.
I mean, that was crazy. And I know for us, man, it's just me as a pass rusher, whether I get there or not, when you see the ball out of the quarterback's hands, man, that's, it's like everything moves in slow motion. And so it's like when I saw the ball leave his hand and I saw it was an incomplete, that was just joy for me, you know what I'm saying? So just seeing the fans rush, I know I haven't been a part of that since Wake Forest, my sophomore year. So that was definitely an experience to feel again. So, that was just, I'm glad that one, we got the win, and two, that we get to celebrate it not only with our team, but the rest of the target community as well. So.
Who all was ringing the bell after the game in the locker room or anything like that?
Who all was ringing the bell?
Yeah.
Shoot, just about everybody.
What'd you do when the crowd came? When they rushed?
Not gonna lie to you, I was trying to find my exit points. Cause that was a lot of people. And, I was celebrating, there was a couple of people that got some films in, yeah, man, we beat dude, But yeah, after a while, me and Jonathan Adorno and a lot of our teammates, we started forming the limelight, started pushing through. So, I was just trying to find my exit points. But I mean, I wasn't
You know, it's not like I wasn't enjoying the moment. I definitely did, and you know, like I said, just enjoying the win with not only my teammates but the rest of the Tar Heel community. Man, that's just something this is something I'll never forget. So.
You talk about the confidence that you had in the offense to get that field goal with 41 seconds left. How much does that stem from having a quarterback like Drake? And I guess what has he kind of meant to this team so far this year?
Drake has meant a lot to this team, man. It's just, you know, he's not that vocal, but vocal when he needs to be. And he has full confidence in himself, whether he has a good game or a team standard that he feels like he hasn't reached. And that's the best. I feel like that's one of his best traits is that he has unwavering confidence no matter what the game is looking like, no matter what his stats look like, no matter what his performance is looking like. He's like, listen, we're going to get this right here. We're going to get this. We're going to score for y'all. I know y'all going to stop it, and we're going to keep on we're going to keep on chewing the clock, running the ball, passing if needed, and stuff like that. So having Drake, as great as he is, man, it's a blessing to have. And I know, man, I know there's some things in this game that he knows he could have done better, and there's some things that he's done really well in this game. But you know, as of right now, man, I'm just glad to have him on my team and not going against him. So.
Sometimes it's cliche to say the team had to dig deep down to get a win, but how deep did you guys have to dig tonight to get this win?
Oh, we had to dig deep. You know, Duke has a very talented team, and I know for the past couple of weeks it's been very rough for them, but give them, man, they got dogs on the offensive side, they got dogs on the defensive side, and hats off to their quarterback, man. He handled pressure very well, and so for him, I feel like this is his second career start, correct? So with him getting this and handling the pressure, handling the crowd, an away crowd, a packed out crowd, and being willing to handle all the pressure that was happening around him, miscommunications that they had in it, going down to the wire of it. So hats off to them, and hats off to their offense, man, because they brought it. And yeah, we had to dig deep for this win. And every win is not going to be easy for us, and we understand that. And we have to understand that every team that we're going to go against is going to bring us their best. So. I was just gonna ask you a question. I mean, just how was it kind of taking in the whole senior day spectacle as well, just before a game, and just kind of take us through that and just kind of with that whole experience? I mean, this is my first time, so I mean this is definitely an experience. I made it through the walk, so I didn't cry, so that was great. My parents did though, well my mom did. I ain't gonna put none on my dad. But just everything leading up to it, and then walking out, experiencing my parents, experiencing the win, and of course now we're here. So I give the senior day an A. Of course the overtime was definitely a very stressful situation, but besides that, man, I wouldn't change it any other way.
Okay, you have a decision to make. Have you thought about your because you can come back and play in the year?
I don't know yet.
All right, thanks, man.
Last time you've done a presser at 1 a.m., if you remember.
Don't look at that screen.
No idea.
Sure, never know what might pop up on the phone.
Said after the Duke touchdown on the fourth down, 41 seconds left, come back to the sideline as a leader of the defense. What do you say to them? What did you say to them to pick them up, knowing that you're not going to make more plays to win the game?
Yeah, I mean, all I said was really just trusting the offense that they're going to make a play and get us to position and get into overtime, and then we're going to win this game if they get us to overtime. That's kind of the approach that I had. Just encourage the offense and just hope for the best.
I think it's poetic that it ended with you guys making a stop on that same side of the field.
So,
Cedric, take me through your emotions towards the end of the game, just like knowing that you got the win.
my emotions skyrocketed. I was on the edge of myself, those last, few minutes of the game and overtime. It was a very intense, game, and finally just having that relief that we finally won. It's my senior night, my last game, in Kenan Stadium, and I just couldn't ask for a better ending to the game. So that meant a lot to me. I'm extremely happy and extremely proud of the team and the effort that we put in today.
Max said that he was emotional on TV afterward. He said he saw you emotional, and that's right before he went up to talk to them, and that kind of fueled a little bit more of his emotion. How emotional was he, and what does it mean when he shows that kind of emotion after a performance like this, especially where the last few weeks have gone leading up to this?
Yeah, I mean, I think emotions were everywhere. I think everybody was very emotional. But speaking of Mac, I think one of his biggest things and one of his biggest prides in taking and sending the seniors off right. And we were able to accomplish that, tonight in a pretty crazy fashion. And I think that, might have created an extra bit of emotionalness. But I'm just extremely happy. I couldn't ask for a better ending in Kaimon Stadium than the way it ended today.
Did Tylee ring the bell first?
Yes, he did. I was second though. I was right there.
It was a lot. I mean, take us through a lot of dudes, right?
Yeah. I mean, the game was over. I ran straight to the bell. And kind of hopped on it and ringed on it. I didn't even know that they let the fans onto the field, so the fans are crowding me. I mean, it was a crazy moment.
Probably an easy question to answer, but Tylee went first. How do you guys go around making the decision? He would be the one that goes first ringing the bell?
No, I don't think it
Is it
was
just
really planned. It just kind of happened that way. The bell was kind of rung onto the field. Tylee was right there, and he rang it, and I rang it. And, after that, all hell broke loose. So.
Given what he's been through, is it kind of cool that he's the guy that was there ringing it?
Yeah, it's definitely cool. I mean, we all love Tylee. He means so much, to this team. He's a part of this team. And so for him to have that moment is really special to him. I'm glad that he got to have that moment tonight.
Going back to when there's 41 seconds left, and the offense is going to have to make a drive to tie the game potentially. How much confidence did you have in the offense to get that done, and how much does that stem from having a quarterback up there?
I have so much confidence in our offense. I never doubt our offense. We have a great quarterback, top guy in the country, great receivers. So I always have faith in them, to make a play to spot us, to save us, whenever we mess up defensively. But not only that, a thought came back to my head. We did this last year versus Duke. They went down the field and scored the game-winning drive for us last year versus Duke. So I'm always confident in our offense, and they showed that today.
Cedric, what you make of the way that Grayson Loftus was able to play? Obviously, young quarterback out there, but just what you kind of make of the way that he was able to play?
No, I thought he played very well for a freshman. First time playing in a rivalry game in that type of environment. His second start, I thought he handled himself pretty well. He made good throws, made timely throws, and just played the game. He gave his team a chance to win tonight, so hats off to him.
A lot of the players said that you were vocal kind of on the sidelines, keeping everybody's spirits up. What were you saying to them in those minutes where the game was on the line?
Yeah, just trying to be motivated, just telling everybody, believe that we can win. We still have time. Or if we give up a touchdown, just telling them, stay confident. We still got a whole lot of football left. It's going to be another opportunity to make a play. So just really be encouraging and picking guys up and keeping them in the right mindset. Because like I said, we have a lot of football left in the game. So you don't want to lose a guy just from one play early in the game. You want to, be able to motivate him and keep him going.
And how do you keep, yourself in that mindset?
Just the way I am. I'm just extremely cautious of it. I'm aware of it. If I'm the leader and I'm panicking, then everybody else is going to panic. So I try to keep, myself up to par, so nobody else panic. They see their leader is happy and is motivated and thinks we have a chance to win, then, I think that'll spread throughout the team.
And on that last,
Go ahead.
and on that last play of the game, you guys are right in front of the student section. You see the balls thrown away. Just what are your immediate reactions?
We won. We won. I was happy. We got the job done.
Do you remember what you did immediately after that?
I
Did you
literally
find
ran straight to the bell. The bell was on the other end zone. I came from the end zone and ran all the way to the other side of the end zone and ran straight to the bell.
Anyone in your way at that point?
Yes.
Are you guys? What's happening on special teams? Because there's some stuff going on that's not going your way. Are you guys? Somebody, I can't remember who it said. It might have been Mac. You guys getting out steamed on special teams a little bit?
No, I don't believe that. The fake. I'm gonna take a little bit of blame on that. I missed the tackle. I was right there to
a lot of open space.
Right there to make the play on the fake. Punt return, and mean, the onside kick, I mean, it's a surprise onside. I mean, it was a timely play. You know, they made a good call. You know, props off to them. You know, I don't think we're getting out schemed or anything like that. You know, just a couple of mistakes here that we'll just fix. We'll watch them fail. We'll fix them and be hyper aware of them.
The one aspect, special teams, has been consistently strong all year, has been Noah. And given the way he closed last season, as special as to see him have the kind of year he has, and get 6 today.
Yeah, I'm extremely proud of Noah. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think he's missed a field goal this year.
I think he's got one.
Just one. But he's made some timely kicks, and it's just handled himself really, really well. He had a very big, moment to kick a field goal at the end of the game today. You know, tied the game up, won in overtime, different things like that. So he made plays, and I literally looked at him after the game and said, "I'm proud of you. He made plays today. He looked us win today." So hats off to him.
All right, thanks, Evan.
Cool. Thanks, Seth.
Appreciate it.
Second.